Hello and welcome to a TSL talk for week 3 of the finals. Today we're joined by former Clarence Premiership player and now media tart, Blair Brownless. Blair, thanks very much for joining us.
Oh, thanks for the introduction, Brett. There, I've watched previous shows, so great to be part of this one. Hopefully it's a good one.
Glenorchy's in talks with Jason Ackermanis to get him as a fly-in player for next season. He's obviously going to come with a fair pay packet attached to him. Would he be value for money?
Oh, definitely. I mean, he's a high-profile player and still would get a kick in the football down here. But you wonder how the negotiations will go. I think it starts off very friendly, but when they talk about bottom line and how much it will actually cost the Glenorchy Football Club, that's where it could break down. But what's Jason worth? Is he worth $3,000 a game and to fly in and out? Well, if he pulls a crowd of an extra 500 to 1,000 people, maybe yes. So, but well done to the Glenorchy Footy Club for instigating talks with him, and if it comes off, absolute bonus for Tassie footy.
He's known for being very outspoken and controversial. He's already been sacked by 2 clubs. Would he be good for the game here in Tasmania?
Well, it's part his playing ability and part the media exercise, really. It's like the Gold Coast taking the former rugby player there as well. It's a little bit like that, but yeah, I think he would be. He'd generate some media interest for sure. He might even get on TSL Talk if he really plays his cards right. But yeah, I think it would be good. But I just wonder what the bottom line, how much he'll cost, and you really have to weigh that up. And if it's around $3,000, well, I think that's too much actually.
Yeah. But there's a lot of big stories floating around the TSL at the moment.
Big week.
Yeah, Brett Gapin, playing coach at Clarence, had forced into retirement mid-season with a serious neck injury, and he's announced he's making a comeback for the finals. Now, it's unclear whether he's had what the doctors are saying. He's not saying what it is at the moment, but it's a big risk he's taking, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. I thought we'd have the exclusive here on the show, Brett, that Brett Gapin was making a comeback, but Win TV, Brent Costello, got a hold of it last night, unfortunately. So, look, it's a big call, isn't it? And there's no doubt that Brett would be tossing it up with family, his wife and kids, and his own parents as well. They're very tight, the Gapin family. And I'm really surprised that he is taking the risk. And when you're an ex-player, you sort of look back and you probably think, no, I wouldn't do it, but when you're the coach and you're in finals and it looks like Clarence could easily go all the way and win another premiership, it's a big carrot to come back, but the long-term risks are substantial, and who knows the exact extent of his neck injury, and if he got re-injured, well, there's just no coming back from that.
He's got a young family though, and it's not like Clarence is in crisis. They've lost the one game for the year. They're going to start hot favourites tomorrow against Launceston. It just seems a strange risk to take when they seem to be on path to premiership anyway.
Well, there's no doubt they're travelling well, Clarence, and do they need Brett to come back into that team actually to ensure their premiership hopes? Probably not, actually. They'll probably go all the way without Brett, but that's the difficulty. When you're a coach, you want to be seen to do everything you possibly can to ensure your team gets that premiership success, and for Brett that means coming back and playing, and well, good luck. Let's hope he gets through all games that he plays and and then calls it quits at the end of the season.
What do you think of the game tomorrow? Launceston were pretty impressive in their win over Devonport last week.
Yeah, they did. There's no doubt that they've got the edge over Devonport there, and they come back and take on Clarence. Now, 2 weeks ago, Clarence were really all over Launceston, and won quite convincingly. Now, Coach Anthony Taylor said that they've learned a few things from that, which is great. The great thing about the Launceston Footy Club, they are super fit. They are in the same league as Clarence fitness-wise, and they could give them a fair run tomorrow over at Bellerive, but at the end, I don't think they'll be quite good enough to get over the top of Clarence, and I can see them staying around for large periods of the game, but the class of Clarence at the end will get over the line. And you look at their on-ballers, Clarence and Cameron Thurley, Josh Green, absolute superstar, and Ben Setchell, and Matthew Gapin, the forgotten Gapin, comes back into the team as well. So I just can't see how Launceston can get over the top of them.
And the other final that is up at Devonport. North Hobart has won its 2 elimination finals so far with good wins over North Lonnie and Glenorchy, but it's going to be a tough ask up there.
Yeah, it is. North Hobart take some confidence though on the road, don't they? They'll be an early start, I think, Brett. To get to that 1 o'clock game. I'm very surprised they're not playing this game under lights. I thought this was a golden opportunity to play under the Devonport lights there, the bright lights of Devonport, but not to be. They do impress me, North. Ken Hall, isn't he in some form? He's playing some beautiful football. Sam Darley, star, going to Western Sydney already as a priority 17-year-old. And Ollie Duvenude, one of my favourite players as well. So the engine room players are fantastic. Big Moose Muir in the ruck has been really good as well. But you'd have to get on Devonport, I think, at home. They look very strong as well. In the middle, Hazelwood's a very good player. Trent McCrossan just finds the football everywhere. I think he sleeps with it at night, brings it to the game and just kicks it around every game. He just finds it all the time. What about the big matchup, Brett? Here's one for you. Big Ben Reynolds. I think Cam de Goya will go to Ben Reynolds in this game, and that will be pivotal to the result.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. Ben Reynolds is obviously the key to Devonport's forward line. They go through him a lot, and Cam de Goya's probably got the size and the mobility to match it with him.
Good call, Brett. Exactly. That's why I'm thinking they'll put Cam on there. Terrific player, and who wins that duel could decide the fate of the game. But I'm sticking with Devonport, and so you get the same scenario again next week where Devonport take on Launceston and Clarence go through to the grand final.
What's your quick assessment of this 5-week final system?
Well, it's a touch long, to be honest, Brett. I would have thought. The first step, why reward 6 teams in a 10-team competition to play finals? I think that's ridiculous. I think if you look at the first week of finals, first team Clarence beat second team Launceston, third team Devonport beat fourth team Glenorchy, fifth team North Hobart beat sixth team North Launceston. So no surprises there. So just cut out that whole week, and you could really start from the last week and just play the traditional top 5, and that would have been sufficient. So I don't like it. It's 1 week too long, and let's stick to the top 5. I think that top 5 finals footy is easily the best system. It rewards the team that finishes on top. They get a week off. They win again. They go to the grand final. It gives a great chance to teams second and third, double chance. Fourth and fifth play on the elimination. Let's stick to that.
Yep. Well, Blair, thanks very much for joining us and bringing your informed comment along with us. For all your previews and reviews, pick up your copy of the Mercury or go to the Mercury online.